What's new, fathead?
Today on Action Figure Times, Doc Owen and the League of Extraordinary Toy Men, we're going to be looking at the San Diego Comic-Con Swamp Thing. We've got an exciting review for you. Hello, I'm Doc Owen with Action Figure Times. Today I'm getting you something, honestly, this is going to have to go in the better late than never category. What I have for you here is the San Diego exclusive Swamp Thing, and as I'm shooting this in roughly about an hour, it's actually going to go on sale on MattyCollector.com. Now, the reason that we chose to do this is we do like to get you the information, and I apologize, it's all on me that I didn't get this to you sooner. However, I know that some of you are considering purchasing this on eBay and things like this, and so I wanted to be able to show it to you so that you could make an informed decision as to whether you wanted it or not. Now, looking at this, you've got the DC Universe Swamp Thing Adult Collectors. It's kind of got a neat package. You can kind of see the Swamp Thing's face there in the rear. Now in the back, it gives a little bit of a brief bio right here. It is a very, very cool box. It looks to be a recycle box, which would be fitting. It says Mattel offers the package in the shape of Swamp Thing's head made from 100% molded pulp material. In other words, we used other people's trash to make this. So, anyway, he is now an Earth Elemental. Well, let's go ahead and get this Elemental out of the box. Now, as we pull him out, we see this little package here. Now, this little package is going to be my Unmin, I believe. Let's go ahead and get back to it. Let's go ahead and get back to it. So we pull this out. I get some kind of a cool packaging. This is what it looks like open. I get a little bit of a Swamp Thing. It's the personal journal, the property of Dr. Alec Holland. And so that's kind of neat. Make sure you go to the website, aftimes.com, and look it up close. Now, here you go. You've got the Swamp Thing head made out of your trash. 100%, pulp. Kind of neat looking. Got the nice little red eyes, the messed up face that only a mother could love. And then, if you take it, let me make sure I don't rip this thing up. It's got a little bit of a catch here. And it's got a couple catches all the way around, and we open him up, and there he is. Now, this is actually a very, very cool figure. I'm not a Swamp Thing fan. I've never really thought that much of him. I always honestly thought he was just kind of a waste character. I did like some of the stuff that Bernie Wrightson wrote. Oh, he's also got his little base right here. However, I was very excited about getting this figure simply because of the fact of the pioneering of technology that Mattel made with this. Now, because with this, it has no exposed joints, except for, I guess you could consider the shoulder and the hip exposed joints. But the elbows and everything, it's almost got this little skin around it that I think is probably one of the coolest things ever. He feels almost icky. I'd like to see some other figures made out of this, just to see, in regular flesh tones. He's got a great sculpt, and I'm going to show you this up close here in just a second. It really is a tremendous sculpt. They did an excellent job on this. You see all the different flowers and things on his back. You can see the different, looks like pods and things of that nature. Now, one thing is his fingers. You're not going to put anything in his fingers. They're basically living little bit of flesh and stuff. He doesn't have a chest joint. He doesn't have a one of those joints in the middle where he can turn, which is probably a good thing because we'd end up ripping him in half with this new flesh stuff. But these joints, these are very cool. I'm going to show you these up in a second up close, but man, this is really neat. I'd like to see some regular just flesh characters with this. Now here we've got his base. Obviously from the swamp. You've got the a little bit of a skull there, a little bit of a knob there so that he can take that and put it on his foot. And you can kind of see it. Now mine is having trouble standing up. Oh, there he goes. Now, to give you an idea of size, let me find a regular size figure. Well, here's a Green Lantern. You've got, this is a regular DCUC Green Lantern. Now, I'll go ahead and take him off the stand so we don't have a good, I mean, this dude is huge. Huge, huge. I can't figure out exactly why. I mean, he looks like he could eat Hal. I'm not exactly sure why they made him this big. I don't know that I've ever known Swamp Thing to be that big. I mean, he's huge. Now, with the Unmen in this indestructible package, these actually look kind of neat. I mean, weird, but neat. Where he could, you know, they can be crawling on him. I'm sure that they can wrap around his arm. Of course, personally, I don't want other things crawling all over me. I mean, I don't know what good did that do. He does have a wrist joint. Well, there you have. Honestly, I think this is a great figure from the perspective of, I think it is a great sculpt. Even if you do not like the character, you can appreciate how cool he is. I think he's way out of scale, but I think this pioneering in technology, what they've done with this kind of flesh stuff over, I think is extremely cool. But let's go ahead and look at it close up now.